Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Clocked In and Covered, our April CU for Infor WFM time and attendance. Very excited. Thank you for joining. My name is Nate VanderBoon. I'm Senior Business Analyst here at RPI. We're excited to have you. These are our most exciting features for the April 2025 release, and we'll be going over some of those features right now. Starting out with the weekly timesheet. So now in the weekly timesheet, we have a biweekly option for our biweekly organizations to show 14 days at a time instead of our standard 7. Um, and then this is going to be set based on that anchor date within the registry parameters. So this is what the new biweekly view looks like. You can see from Monday to 2 weekends away that Sunday. So we can see 14 days at a time. Another weekly timesheet enhancement is going to be the labor metrics. So we now have the ability to show the labor metrics on the left. So for our organizations that would rather see their job departments, etc., on the left-hand side, that is now configurable within those registry settings. The daily timesheet. So within the daily timesheet, we now have the ability to auto-expand work details. So for organizations who want to search an employee in the daily timesheet and automatically have all those days expand and show the work details, this is now configurable within a registry setting as well. So this is going to be the DTS auto-expand work details. And this will expand in the supervisor approval worksheet, the supervisor summary, the pay period summary, the employee dashboard, and the team dashboard. So this is what that auto expand feature will look like. You type in your employee or your search criteria, select load, and these would automatically expand. And you'd be able to see all those details. A supervisor approval worksheet. So the supervisor approval worksheet, these enhancements there's now a My Team Only toggle, so you have the ability to just see your teams when this is checked. Um, and then you also have a new approved count for each day. Um, so this is in the columns related to the columns above. All the workers on that team will show as approved, and you get a little approved summary count down at the bottom. A new proxy feature. So the new proxy feature allows users to see the full name of the person that they're proxying in as instead of their employee ID. So for people who are maybe newer to the organization or not used to seeing the employee ID, it's just an ease of use enhancement. So now you can see their name as opposed to their ID. Time off request and approval. Lots of new features for the time off request and the approved time off pages. So we'll excited to get into these. Employee balances are displayed when requesting times. Employee balances are now showed in the add time off request pop-up. So you're able to see real time what your current balance and your remaining balance is after you select that time off type. Within the request time off, you now have the ability to default time off to being a partial day or a full day within the field UI config, which could be really handy for organizations that maybe only allow full or partial days to be requested. Time off manager. So here's the approved time off screen. You now have the ability to approve multiple requests at the same time or deny multiple requests at the same time using the checkbox over on the left-hand side. Um, you can select the checkbox in the row for either the team or the individual employees, and it will approve or deny based on your selection up in the top right, all of those requests. Or you can select the top left checkbox, and that will um, approve or deny everyone within the calendar view. So you now have lots of sorting and filtering options within the approved time off page. One of them is the employee. You're now able to pull up individual employees within the time off manager. Another filtering, you can also filter by time code, so by specific requests that you have, whether it be vacation or sick or bereavement. You're able to filter by those different time codes. You also are able to filter employees that have no requests using the checkbox at the bottom. So if you just want to see employees that don't have any requests, you're able to do that as well. Another way that we can sort, you can sort by employee's full name. So you can do full name alphabetical or reverse alphabetical. You can do earliest to latest submitted or the opposite. And then you can also do seniority date, earliest to latest, or latest to earliest for organizations that use those to make those decisions. Within the display options, you now have the ability to show the legend or hide it. So with that checkbox, you can toggle if you know what those icons are and you want some more screen space, you're able to toggle it off. Or if you're unfamiliar with all of them and you see a new one, you can always come back and toggle that back on to show the legend. You now have the ability to view balances within the time off manager. So within the approved time off screen, you can select that icon and view employee balances real time. So you get a list of their balances and uh, remaining current, etc. Just for the easy use for the supervisor or the timekeeper. You have a new balance column. So you have the ability to show a specific balance in the calendar view of the approved time off manager, which just also allows for supervisors to see this easily and make decisions using those columns. Users can now see balance information when requesting on behalf of an employee as well. So earlier when we saw that add time off request, when you're requesting time off, you had the ability to see balances now. You also have the ability to see your employee's balance when making a request on behalf of them. So grouping, so if your organization uses preferred jobs, you now have the option to group by preferred job. And if you're in an organization that uses preferred jobs, but you do not have a preferred job assigned, you'll just go to the unspecified category. Um, is a new feature for those organizations. Another simple but nice ease of use enhancement is the add time off. So when you're on the approved time off screen as a manager and you need to add a request for an employee, you can just right click on the cell of the day that you're looking at and select add time off just as a quick way to add time off for your employee. There's also a new toggle to view time codes in the actual approved time off screen, so within the grid, just to give more context behind what is being requested off um, and the time off type that the employee selected to request. The override pending time off. So this is for timekeepers or supervisors who are making a decision when there's outstanding pending requests from the employee. With this checkbox, those pending requests will automatically be set to deny, and the request put on behalf of the employee will be approved from the supervisor. There's now a option for organizations to customize a disclaimer message or a message of some kind at the bottom of the add time off request within the request time off screen. Um, for there's now the ability to add a disclaimer message or a message of some kind, so organizations can add uh, a message at the bottom of the add time off request within the request time off page for employees to see. Rule enhancement. So this rule enhancement, with the split time configured in the rule, this allows for multiple split times within the same calc group. For organizations that may have uh, one large calc group that covers a lot of different uh, employment types or employees in your organization, but have different split times, you now have the ability to have different split times within that same calc group. Data migration. The data migration tool is getting a couple nice enhancements here. One is the changed column. So within the tool, you'll now be able to see the data that's been changed, the old value, the new value, and then it will be marked as changed. And you can filter this column as you would with the others. So you can filter to see all the changed all in one spot. You also have the option to deselect records or skip some records that are coming in. So you no longer have to import all the changes. You can have a little bit more flexibility and control of what's coming over um, with that data migration tool. Job scheduler. So this is a another simple quality of life enhancement, but very nice. Um, Within the task log, within a job scheduler, uh, these can get pretty lengthy. And so instead of having to scroll down to the bottom each time and hit the refresh, they put a refresh button up on top, uh, which helps a lot for just ease of use and navigation. Um, they copied the previous next return and refresh and put it up top for us, which is a nice enhancement. Reporting. So there's some exciting new reporting enhancements. So the employment type field. So now within the time code by employee report, the time code by team report, the work summary report, overtime report, and the work in and out report, you have the ability to filter by the employment type. So employee, contractor, seasonal, that sort of thing. You now have the ability to filter that way. An as of date. So in the employee information report, in the employee seniority report, you now have the ability to select an as of date if you want the report to return as of a specified date. Improved Excel usability. So within these reports, when you export them to Excel, you used to see that team name merged, which made filtering within Excel a little bit more difficult. Now they're not merged anymore, and so you'll be able to filter a lot easily and manipulate the data as you need to within Excel a little bit easier. The report time will now show in the user's time zone. Another quality of life enhancement, just a nice change. And that is all we have for today. I think we have time for a couple questions here. Um, let's see. So I saw the show balance column on the approved time off page, and it looks like it could be beneficial for us. How do we go about turning that on? So I will show you how we can turn on and off um, the show balance column here. So we're gonna go ahead and go into config mode within our environment. Then we're gonna go to the approved time off page. Let's see if it's on first. So we'll go to approved time off. This is where the balance column will be, where we'll toggle it on and off. So if we want to change that, we're gonna go into config mode. And then we're gonna go over here to this display options config. And then we're gonna go to show balance column. And we're gonna change our security to act. We're going to hit save, close this window, and then we'll turn off config mode. We'll go back in to the approved time off, select display options, and then the show balance column is now there. So we can show the balance column and show it on the calendar here. Great. Um, when in the weekly timesheet With the biweekly view, if you select the date forward, will that go to 2 weeks or 1 week forward? So if you are looking at the weekly timesheet in the biweekly view and you select the next on the date, that will go 2 weeks forward. Yep, that'll go 2 weeks forward. And I think that's all we have time for today. If there's any questions I didn't get to, please submit those additional questions to questions@rpic.com, and we'll send you back an answer from that email. But other than that, thank you so much for joining. I hope this was beneficial for you all, and have a great rest of your day.